Sawubona Mzansi, and welcome to this evening's MIH Live. Thank you so much for joining us, diving into the MIH Lives. I'm super excited about today's live, so let me tell you why. So over the past 2 to 3 days, what we've been working on here at MIH is creating new alerts and just making MIH just look a little bit more modern. So I'll get your opinion and let me know what you think. But yeah, just make it look and feel a little bit more modern, a little bit more better than what we previously had. And that was the one component is our windows and also our alerts. So we've overhauled those, and that's what I would like to showcase to you today. Thank you so much for diving in and joining us. We see you, Brian. We see you, Brian. And who else is there? Peter, we see you. So I'm going to flip the screen right now over on TikTok. And I'm going to do the same over on YouTube and Twitch. Remember, everyone, we are live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. If you like a mobile experience, please feel free to head over to YouTube. And you can see our screen a little bit better. And you can see my face while I'm yapping to you. And then if you like to watch on your TV, please feel free to head over to Twitch and check it out over there. You can see our entire screen this side. So perfect. So welcome to MIH. Remember, MIH is the first super app of Mzansi. We currently have 1,113 people and 51 businesses a part of the MIH community. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining the MIH community. If you'd like to join, please feel free to download the app. We are available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Just search MIH or MIH app, and we will appear at the top of the list. So cool. Many different features that are out there. Let me know which one you would like to hear about. So these are the different features that you can see on the screen. So lots of things over there. My favorite features to speak about is the Mzansi wallet, a place to store our loyalty cards digitally. Mzansi AI to answer our questions or help us with creative writing stuff. Let's listen.
Hey there, waving hand. How can I brighten your day? Smiling face with smiling eyes. Whether you have a question, need some creative inspiration, or just want to chat, I'm here for you. What's on your mind today, Sparkles?
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI. And then also what we do have is, let's clear this chat first. Also what we do have is, the next favorite one is the MIH calculator. MIH calculator is super fire. It has a normal standard calculator for your regular calculations. Then we have the tip calculator. So the tip calculator is when you're going out with friends or you're going out with your han and the bill comes, instead of you writing on the bill and trying to calculate that way, you just enter the values that you want, like the bill amount, the tip amount, and then just click calculate. And then the answer is automatically there for you. If we close this and let's split the bill. So let's split the bill with 7 people. So just imagine you are going to do this calculation either in your head or with a regular calculator. It's going to be super hard for you to do this. So a 12% tip and a splitting among 7 people, super difficult to do. If we click calculate, it automatically does it for you here on the MIH calculator. So many different features out here. Let me know which one you would like to dive into. We also have the first game of MIH, Minesweeper. So this game over here, super cool to see. Let's go intermediate. So it's a game where you have to cover up the bombs, and yeah, that's basically the premises of the games. And you do see there is a timer over there. And if we swipe over, there is a leaderboard when it comes to the game. So there are a few people on our leaderboard right now. And yeah, one day there will be thousands of people here. So if we go back, and yes, let me show you what we've been getting up to. I'm so sorry, mister. We're not doing co-hosting this evening. My apologies. So let's dive into, so this is the code of MIH, but I'm going to show you the emulator of MIH. So this is what you're seeing on the screen right now. And inside our new test package, we have the different alerts over there. So these are just buttons to trigger the specific alerts. So please feel free to let me know what you think about the different alerts. Let me show you what the one alert looks like. a success alert. So when I update, this is what our alert looks like. It was the same color as our background with just a border of green, and all the writing was green and the buttons were green and stuff. So this is what it looked like over here. If we head over to the new version, or the test version, let's see what a success message looks like. So if we click on success, this is what it currently looks like now. Leave a chat to let me know what you think of this new thing. Do you think it's looking a little bit better than what we have previously? Let me showcase that to you again. This one over here. So this compared to this, what do you think? I'm thinking that I definitely like the newer version. It's more brighter, more in my face, like an alert should be, instead of this one over here where it kind of blends in with everything else. Even though the border is there, I like the other one better. I like the other one better. Thank you so much, Bulmid, for the follow. We appreciate you. Don't forget to check out the MIH app right now. Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Just search MIH. You'll find us there. So that's what it's currently looking like. Let me show you the other ones. So alongside this one, so we have this where it's just your standard dismiss, right? But then we also have an advanced success alert where you can add multiple different buttons with multiple different counters. These buttons are dynamic for us. So this is our own custom alert stuff that we are working on. So we can either click OK or click dismiss. And the warning is over here. Once again, I like the look and feel. It makes it look so much better. Hey bro, would you be able to give me advice on, let's read this. So the Alpha Cost, shout out for diving into the chat. So the Alpha Cost is saying, hey bro, would you be able to give me advice on EMR project, on a EMR project? Shout out Alpha Cost. So on a EMR project, I'm working on with VS Code and Firebase. So thank you so much for diving into the chat. And please feel free to elaborate what EMR is all about. So I'll ask Mzansi AI also to get an idea of what's that all about. Please explain what an EMR project is. So let's see what Mzansi AI has to say. Please feel free to fact check us. Emergency Medical Record System. Stands for Electronic Medical Records. Shout out. What's the problem that you're having? We can definitely try and assist you with that. But electronic, yeah, shout out. Mzansi AI got it right. Shout out. So let us know what your issues are. So MIH also has something similar to that, the Alpha Cost. So let's dive into that quickly while you're typing what issues you are facing. So currently the MIH app does have the patient manager. So let's ask Mzansi AI to please explain the patient manager. Please explain the patient manager in 2 sentences. I don't want to type long stories over here. So let's see what Mzansi AI is going to say. Let's have a listen.
Hey there, waving hand. The patient manager in the MIH app is designed specifically for medical practices to make scheduling appointments and managing patient data super easy. It helps streamline your workflow, so you can focus on what matters most, your patients. Would you like me to elaborate on how it can benefit your practice? Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI, for that. So yeah, we do have a patient manager. Let me sign out of this and dive in with a proper account over here. So which one should I do? Give me one second. We'll dive into it again. So yeah, just in the meantime, Alpha, send us a message about what the issues you are having, and then we're going to dive into what the patient manager is all about. So let's scroll down. Copy, paste. Yeah, I was on my personal profile on MIH, so I don't want to show you my medical record because there is sensitive information over there. So I will use the test profile. And no thanks. Okay, we'll use this one, I guess. Yeah, what profile is this? Let's use the one we've been using in the thingy, test50@mih.co.za. Shout out, shout out, shout out. So we'll use this one over here in the meantime. So yes, this is the, have I set this up? So let's go through the whole. Let me show you in not in production. Let me show you over here. This is way better. I'm so sorry. I was doing foolish things. So the patient manager is basically a place for you to store your medical records, and the patient profile is a place for you to store your medical records, and the patient manager is the place for doctors to manage that data and appointments and things. So this is what the patient manager will look like in a future update of MIH. Currently, it's not looking so amazing, but in production, but for now, it's amazing. So this is your patient profile, right? So you have your details screen where you have your personal details card and your medical aid card. So if we expand this, you can see the information, but we covered it up. Then you have the patient notes to have the different consultation notes from multiple different doctors. You have your documents. So this over here has different x-rays. It has different, okay, this is just a dog. It has your prescriptions. This prescription over here is generated through the MIH app. This medical certificate generated through the MIH app. And there's also claims. So this claim also once again generated through the MIH app. So this is, you as a patient has access to all of this information at any time. If we swipe over to the business side of MIH, this is where it comes to the patient manager. So when you click on patient manager, we'll authenticate ourselves again. And the patient manager, here's a place where you can manage your different appointments. So let's have an appointment quickly. So let's create an appointment with, we're just going to create a skeleton appointment. So we can manually enter things in test. Let's select the date, select the time, add stuff in, click on add. And then there's our appointment over here. And then if we head over, this is my patient list. So as a doctor, I have access to all of these different patients' medical records, the ones that are approved. So if it's pending, I get a message to say that it's currently pending. If it's declined, it's a message to say that it's declined. But if it's approved, you click on it and you just go to view medical record. And then it takes you into that person's medical record. So that's what the patient manager is all about. The doctor can generate prescriptions, add notes, generate claims, all of these different things. So let's see what, the chat is quite lively this evening. Demon Fox, shout out. I added more onto it. Also, thanks for helping, no problem. And we did use AI. So yesterday, Demon Fox over on Twitch asked us to assist him with his code on his new game that he's creating. And he was using Lua, which is a programming language. We're not too familiar with that, so we did ask Claude to assist us with that. And Claude did hook it up and fix his issues for him. So I'm so glad that things are working out. I can't wait for the game to be completed and all the people of Mzansi to test it out too. Shout out Demon Fox. So okay, the alpha cost. Well, I've learned as much as I could have. I've been struggling with the file structure as a first-time learner. Okay. File structure. File structure? File structure? Are you talking about documents and stuff, Alpha? I'm not sure what exactly you are speaking about when you speak to file structure. Are you talking about just storing files and retrieving the files and stuff? And then let us know, Alpha. And then Shamez, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Shamez is saying, bro, you need to cache all this data so it loads once and displays fast when viewing again. So it does, so we use provider for that. So it's not really caching it, but it's something similar to caching. Shout out Aman over on YouTube. We appreciate you. So Aman, we're gonna get to you now. So we do use provider. Let me show you our tech stack. So it looks something like this. So our provider stores the information. So when you first load up MIH, it stores the information here in provider. And then when it pushes this information to our package, which is the front end. And then after the front end, what happens is our services get called in order to update the information. So it's a cycle like this. So I do agree with you that we need to load it faster. But what area do you think things were not loading up quickly? Yeah, I'm not sure which part did you see was slow. Let us know, Shamaz. So Aman, let's dive into your question. So Aman over on YouTube is saying, or is asking the question, can you guide with a roadmap for a front-end developer? So I can only speak about my experience and how I did it. I don't think it's the best way that I did, but it is a way. The doctor's document sections load very slowly. Doctor's document section. Let's see. Let's go to this patient. Oh, the actual loading of the document. This one over here. Oh, okay. I feel you. Like loading up this document over here. I feel you. So basically, I'll try and figure that out. Very keen eyes, love it. Very keen eyes. But I think it has something to do with the file viewer that I'm using, if I'm being honest. Because how I'm storing my PDFs and how I'm storing my images is the exact same way. So if I click on this image, you see how quick it is. But if I click on the document, I think it's the whole file viewer getting up and running. But thank you so much for that. I haven't noticed that yet. Shout out. So Aman, let me give you my experience of doing front-end development and what my roadmap was like. So I didn't do any courses. I didn't do any like specific courses or boot camps or anything like that. No, the provider is in the state management. There's a need to data caching part. Shout out. We'll learn that, Shamaz. Give us some guidance on what specifically we need to learn. When it comes to Flutter, then we can hook it up. I know HTML. So Aman is saying, I know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript as of now. Want to know what to do further to get a job as a front-end developer. Sawubona Iki, nice to see you here. So Aman, great on you for knowing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I think because you know those, and I'm assuming you know it well enough, so the next step for you to do, you know what, let's ask Mzansi AI the question. Before I answer, let's ask Mzansi AI the question. Let's clear this chat. Please give me a road map to become a front-end dev. I know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So Shamaz, I'll dive into our technology stack, but I don't think Express.js is going to work for us. So looks like Mzansi AI is diving into it right now, Aman. Mzansi AI is really diving into things. Yo. Going into detail, but let's pause this thing now. Let's go back because it was giving nonsense. So Aman, since you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and I'm assuming you know it well, the next step that you would have to do is learn a framework. So out here in the world, companies and people like using frameworks because it makes it easier to and faster to develop an application, whether it's a desktop application, a web application, or a mobile application. So I think the next step would be learning a framework, and that's going to be a decision that you will have to make on your own. So there's a few frameworks out there that are quite popular. So we are using one of them. We are using Flutter, which is a Dart framework. And then I know, since you know JavaScript, I didn't know JavaScript and I don't want to learn JavaScript on top of learning a new framework. So I opted for Flutter. So then I think since you know JavaScript, what you can start learning is React and React Native. So let's dive into YouTube. And Aman, I see your question. Shout out. So let's dive into YouTube. There's a very great coder that I know. Code with me. So on YouTube, his name is Code with me Theo. So you can see it over here. If you have a look, Code with me, and then this red face, this is him. If we click on his video, and you'll see what's out there. I hold 1 year experience, but unfortunately I had to resign the job, but now I'm not getting any jobs based on my skills. No problem, Aman. In a couple of weeks, you'll be getting all the jobs that you want. So I think what you're lacking right now is knowing a framework. So, and because you know JavaScript, I think React is the way to go. So if you have a look over here, I think the best thing to do is watch different tutorials. That's what I did on YouTube. So you already know the basics, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you scroll down, I'm assuming you would know this also, databases, how to integrate databases to your front end. And then this is the important part, React for beginners. So I think learn React. Once you know React, learn React Native. React Native is for the mobile applications, and you'll be good to go. But I think that's what I think you need. I think the next step for you is to learn a framework. Once you learn a framework, then once you've learned it, then create a small project as a portfolio of evidence. So yes, I know SQL and Django. Shout out. Yeah. So you're already on track. So the next step for you is just to learn a framework. And I think JavaScript and not JavaScript. I think React and React Native is for you. So once you've learned React and React Native, create a small project to showcase your skills. So when you are sending out your CVs to these different companies, there'll be a link or something to the project that you've worked on, like a portfolio of evidence or something. And then they can look at that and see, okay, you do have some skills, instead of someone else who just claims to know React but doesn't have a project to show them. So I think they'll put you a step ahead of everyone else. So I think React Native is for you. If you want to go the route of learning a whole brand new language and a framework, you can learn Flutter. Flutter is quite cool. Thank you so much. It means a lot. We'll definitely follow what you just said. No problem. Make sure to follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube also. And dive into the live and let us know how the job hunt is going. So I know out here in South Africa, it's also struggles for people finding jobs and stuff. So we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you, Aman. But yeah, you can learn Flutter also. The only problem with learning Flutter is you're going to have to learn a whole new language. And that language is Dart. Shout out, Aman, for the subscription. We appreciate you. So you're going to have to learn, with Flutter, you're going to have to learn Dart, which is a whole new, this is Dart over here, a whole new language. And that's a whole new language, it's a whole new way of thinking of things when it comes to that. But once you know it, it's good to thingy. And then you also have to check front end frameworks market share. What is special about Flutter, sir? Okay. So if you scroll down, so you see at the top there, catchphrase is build for any screen, right? So instead of you having to learn two frameworks like React and React Native, you just learn Flutter, and it is a multi-platform application from a single code base. So you can build, where's this thing? Is it over here? Build and deploy beautiful mobile web desktop applications. So it basically covers all the different platforms out there. Just like MIH, where is Where's this thing? Just like MIH. MIH is built on top of Flutter. So we're available on the Google Play Store, which is Android, Apple App Store, which is iOS, Huawei App Gallery, which is Android, and the web. So we're available on all of these platforms, but we only have one code base, which is here at the bottom. I think I've heard from other developers when it comes to working with React and stuff, it gets a little bit tricky when you are working with these multiple different platforms. I'm not sure, I don't have experience in this, but yeah, this is why we chose Flutter. One code base for all of our different platforms. Where is our other... Here. So let's look at a GitHub over here. So, okay, no. I want like a chart. Oh, there's a chart over here. So we're going to look at the different market chaps. Wa alaikum assalam, Hassan. Shout out over on YouTube. Shout out. Saman, we're going to get back to your question. Don't worry. We're going to get back to your question. I haven't forgotten about it. But let's have a look over here. It's not even showing Flutter in this thing. I'm not going to trust it. We'll go to a different one. Yeah, let's go to Medium. Medium is quite good with these things. So I want like a market share graph. Are you Muslim? Yes, my name is Yasin Meth. So if we have a look over here, this is me. My name is Yasin Meth. I am from South Africa and I am Muslim. Thank you so much for noticing. So where was this thing? Let's try this one. Yeah, I want a graph that shows Flutter also. For some reason, these ones don't show Flutter. So I think maybe go with React. A lot of people, Aman, a lot of people and a lot of developers, but also a lot of companies have used React and it's their foundation. So I think learn React and you already know JavaScript. So Aman, let's answer your question. Let's answer your question, which is a great one. So Aman is asking, oh, not Aman, Shamaz. So let's see. So Shamaz is asking, what is our monetization strategy? What monetization strategy will you implement for this super app? Shout out, thank you so much for that. Saubona Iki over on YouTube, we appreciate you. Quite lively on YouTube today. So okay, so here at MIH we do have multiple different ways. Shout out user, we appreciate you for the follow. So we have multiple different ways in order to try and monetize our application. So the very first way that we are trying is through ads. So we do have things called the MIH ads. So if we had, but it's in strategic places. So if you've noticed in the patient manager, it wasn't there. In the patient profile, it wasn't there. So where exactly is it? So let's head over to the Mzansi wallet. So remember, this is a place for you to store your loyalty cards digitally. When you click on one of the loyalty cards, MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, shout out Hassan. So you can see here's our ad over here. So we do have banner ads. So our ad strategy here at MIH is we're only going to serve you with an ad when we do provide you with benefit. When we feel like we're providing you with some benefit. And I really hate ads that do full screen ads and you try to click something and then there's a full screen ad. Or it's an ad that covers something and the X is super tiny. I want none of those inside MIH. What I do with those applications, I immediately uninstall them. So I don't want that for MIH. So you can see here's our banner ad under the Mzansi wallet when you open up a card. And then under the calculator, if you go to the tip calculator, and let's do a quick calculation. And then you'll see we have an ad over here also. So this is another place where we have ads. And under our Forex calculator, we also have ads over there. So let's say 1 USD, ZAR, calculate, and then there's our ad. So then, so that's where our ads are. The other place where we have ads is under the Minesweeper game. So when we start a new game, you will notice at the bottom of the screen an ad does appear. So this is another place where we are providing you with ads. So it's not all over MIH, it's not covering your screen, it's not intrusive, it's just small over there. So it is something that we are trying out and seeing what's it all about. So let me know if you think that's a good strategy or not. And we also have multiple other ways where we are making revenue. So like the MIH Lives is one of the methods in order to generate some revenue through your gifts, through your subscriptions, all of those kind of things. And then we also offer additional services to the people of Mzansi. So let me see if I can find that. Let's flyer, MIH flyer, October 2025. Cool, so I'm going to open up our flyer for you. So this flyer is what we use when we go out to different businesses. So remember, we offer different additional services on top of just providing you with MIH. Let's close this. So here's it over here. So how do I want it to be fit height. Yeah, perfect. So this is our flyer. So this flyer shows you what MIH is all about, the different packages that are available. If we scroll down to the bottom, we see more information about the business QR code and then what other benefits we have to offer. But this is what we have additional services that we provide. We have different packages. So the basic package, the standard package, the premium package, and the custom package. So these packages are to help you and your business get started with MIH. So the very first business, the basic package is for our SMEs, our up and coming businesses, our startups, right? So this, you have free online training through the MIH Beginner's Guide. Then we have the business info tab. So this is what you see on the screen right now. So it's just a way, I'll show you what it looks like. So here's it over here for the people on YouTube. And here's it over here for the people on TikTok. So this is just a way for one of your customers, to get your information, or passer buyers to get your information quickly and get access to your business info tab, which is this over here, where they can call you, email you, navigate to you, visit your website, rate you, and bookmark you. Then we have the standard package. That standard package comes with everything from the basic, everything from the previous packages. It comes with the Mzansi tab. I'll show you the Mzansi tab now. So this is the Mzansi tab. So it's just, instead of you buying a whole laptop, you get the Mzansi tab for you to manage your business and all of the things inside MIH. Then we have, so it comes with that. Then there's in-person training for you and your team. And also we have shout out Demon Fox, and also we have business onboarding. So making it easy for you to set up your business, add your team members, and get up and running with MIH quickly. Then there's also free online support. So the free online support is like reaching out to us through like the different social media platforms and stuff. Then we have our premium service. So this premium service comes with everything from basic and standard. Then we also have dedicated business support. So these are for your big companies, your corporate companies. So as a corporate business, you don't want to be going on to TikTok and trying to get a hold of us in order to figure out what's wrong with MIH. You want to email someone now, you want to call someone now. This is exactly what we offer for premium. And then the next one, we have our custom services or packages. This is if you don't really fit into any of these packages and you want like a consultation so we can get a feel of what your needs are, what your actual needs are, then we can hook that up. This is more for like if you are looking for a website, or you're looking on how to market or how to get started with your business, any consultation needs, this will be built over here. We'll build a specific package for you, maybe even create a website for you, anything that you require. So this is the different services that we have to offer. And this is also one of the ways that we do make money here at MIH. So please feel free to reach out to us and find out more if you are interested, of course, if you are interested. Let's see where MIH is. So let's close this. I think yeah. So if you would like to reach out to us, you can head over, or what you can do is scan this QR code on the screen right now. I'm going to show you quickly. You can scan this QR code on the screen right now. This QR code will navigate you through to our business info tab, where you can either call us, email us, navigate to us, visit our website, which is MIH, rate us, or bookmark us for later. So yeah, please feel free to do that if you want to get any of our additional services. Shout out Demon Fox for saying, not gonna lie, that's kind of nice. We appreciate you. So let's see. Aman is saying, yes, sir. I will learn React.js right away with code with me. Shout out. Thanks for the guidance. Can I take your leave now? I would like to explore Code With Me's video. No problem, Aman. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you so much for asking your questions. And I hope you do get the job of your dreams. Shout out. Cool. Let's dive back into our new alerts. So this is under the test section. So like I mentioned earlier, we have created new alerts inside MIH. So this is what our previous alerts look like. Let's edit this profile, update. So you can see this is the alert over here where it's the normal purple color, background color, and then it's outlined with green to show you that it's successful. But in our new alerts, this is what they look like now. It's more green than purple, which I feel like indicates to you that it is a success message. And it just looks a little bit cleaner. There's no border around it anymore. So it just looks a little bit more modern and nicer, I think. But let me know what you think in the chat. So this is our basic success message. Then we have an advanced success message where you can have custom buttons inside there. The basic one, it automatically comes with a dismiss that you can click on. Shout out Demon Fox for joining us. We appreciate you. And then we have our alert, our warning alert, which is just a friendly message with a delete. And then we have our basic error message, our advanced error message, and specific error messages that we use quite often inside MIH, like confirming a delete, like password requirements and stuff. So there's a lot of places where we repeated this code, so we did make custom alerts for them. But these ones at the top, these 5 at the top, are the main ones out there. So let me know what you think of them. Is it not a lot of green? So I like a lot of green. So are you saying you like this one better? So who was this? Colon in the chat was telling us, Colon, I remember you told me your name a while ago, but I completely forgot it. Can you let us know in the chat again what's it? I feel like it starts with an A, but I might be mistaken. But yeah, Colon is telling us that it's too much green. So let's put them side by side so you can see them. So let's update. So this is the difference between the two. I personally, I like the green. Thank you so much, God, for the follow. We appreciate you. Yeah, so let me know which one. This in the chat, you can say left or right. You don't have to say long stories if you don't want to. So left is the original one, and then right is what we've been working on recently. Name is Ricardo. Yes, I remember Ricardo. Shout out, Ricardo. So, I don't know, I get your point that it's too green, but I feel like this one was too purple. Shout out. So you're saying, so we can ask the rest of the people of Mzansi. We'll make a clip from this and ask them. But so between the two, which is the original one on the left and the new one on the right, you're saying definitely the right looks a little bit better. I think so too, for sure. I feel like there's too much purple when it comes to the original one on the left. Thank you so much for the feedback. We appreciate you. And we also have other ones like let's go advanced error. Let's close this. And you see this was our like a delete message basically, where it was just purple with red around it. But now it's like a red message. Let me show you a better one. Yeah, this one over here. So something like this. Or let me show you the exact same screen. Wow, I don't know why I'm being a fool over here. So you can see here's the two screens side by side. So I feel like definitely the one on the right, the new one, is a whole lot better. It stands out to me, and it like before I even read the message, what it does to me, it tells me that something there's something important that I need to look at right now. So that's what I get from this message. This one over here, the purple one, I'm not really cared about what's happening over here. I'm just going and clicking on the green button or not reading everything. Let's see if we can minimize it a little bit more. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I definitely think I like the new one, if I'm being honest. Let's cancel this, cancel this, cancel this. Yeah, I definitely like the newer ones for sure, for sure. Cool, so that's what we've been getting up to over here. We have been testing things out, and I think things are ready for us to get going. So what I would like to do now is, oh nah, let me not do that now. Let me not do it now. I'll do it a little bit later. Let's fix that bug. Let's fix that bug. Once again, I forgot about the bug today because I was dealing with these alerts the whole day. So if we have a look at our in progress section, which is right here, our in progress section, we have the alerts, which should be done. So I can put it over here maybe. And then there's it over here. So not this. Yeah. So after creating a prescription, after you create a prescription, it doesn't navigate so nicely. So let's try and fix that. Firstly, let's see the bug in action, and then we can resolve that bug. So that will be under the patient manager. Let's authenticate ourselves. Then we'll head over to one of our patients, view medical record, and we will add a prescription. So generate prescription. So let's say Derma, dosage 2 tablets 3 times a day for 5 days, 0 repeats. Next. So it was added there for us. Then we can do the same thing with maybe Ben cough. So this we're going to take 3 times a day, and or dosage. I think because this, let's go 3 times a day for 5 days. Add. So we added our list of the different prescriptions over here. We'll click on generate. So the bug comes in when we click on generate. It definitely strange things happen over here. So let's have a look and see. So we're going to click on generate. So it's going to load, dismiss. Okay, so we did fix this bug. Shout out. So we don't need to fix it. So wait. It didn't update the... Let's try with the medical record. So it didn't work correctly. It didn't update our list of documents over here. But if we head back in, it'll probably be there. Yeah, there's it at the top. So it's something to do with provider. Cool. Let's close this and we can start coding. Close. So this would be under documents, patient manager, patient tools under our documents. Cool. Here's it here. So the specific one that we're going to look at is in our menu button, get menu button, this one, our prescription pop-up, GD, to get to this. So there's a new window with our inputs over here. And then here, once we generate prescription, so it comes here, it does all of this stuff, pop on success, basic success message. And then, so we need to get our list of documents or update something over here. So if we have a provider, Shift O, if we have a pay, doesn't look like we have provider over here, so that's okay. insert, generate prescription. Or let's not do it over here by generate prescription. Let's see what this does first. Let's see what this does. I think we're jumping ahead of ourselves. So display prescription list, GD. And then we're looking for a button now. So here's our button, and this button is to generate. Perfect. So when we're generating, we're going to generate prescription. It's going to come all the way through here. If it's successful, it's going to come all the way through here. And then, okay, so it is over here in this section. So under generate prescription, we're going to need a patient manager provider, Patman provider. And let's see what we can do. Insert Patman provider. Let's see what things are over here for us. So, oh, I shouldn't be doing it here. Let's go to patient manager or patient profile. And we should be getting it over here. Okay, patient. Oh, we need to do this one over here. Consultation notes, documents. So it's definitely this documents one. What are you building? Love the question. Thank you so much, Baraka, for that question. We appreciate you. So we are building MIH. MIH stands for Mzansi Innovation Hub, and we are the first super app of Mzansi. We currently have 1,113 people and 51 businesses a part of the MIH community. So MIH, the purpose of MIH is to make the lives of all the people and the businesses of Mzansi a whole lot easier, a whole lot better, and a whole lot smoother. And this is what it is. It provides you with multiple different packages. That's why we call it a super app, like the Mzansi wallet, a place to store your loyalty cards digitally. Let's show you here. The Mzansi wallet, place to store your loyalty cards digitally. The patient manager, a place to store your medical records, and a place for a doctor to manage their whole business. The Mzansi directory, a place for us to search for people and businesses of Mzansi. We have the calendar to manage different appointments, personal or business appointments. Mzansi AI, your friendly AI assistant. You have the MIH calculator for your simple calculations, tip calculations, or forex calculations. Minesweeper, the first game of MIH. And access controls, managing who has access to your data inside the app. So another question, Bakara, is this an app or a website or both? You are correct, it is both. So MIH is available on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, the Huawei App Gallery, and the web. All you have to do to find us is search MIH or MIH app, and we will appear at the top of the list. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Don't forget to follow. I see you are new to MIH. Let me check it out. Yeah. Don't forget to follow, and I'll show you something cool. So we are updating our beginner's guide for MIH. So once you've downloaded MIH and set up your account, what you can do, shout out for the follow, Bakara. What you can do is, once you've set up your MIH account, you can click on About MIH. Angry Rose E3, shout out. If you go to the About MIH, Mongezi, shout out. So many likes this evening. We appreciate all of you. If you head over to the About MIH package and scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the MIH Beginner's Guide. If you click on this, it takes you over to YouTube, where it's the MIH Beginner's Guide, but we are updating it now. So you see we are on video 3, episode 3 of the Beginner's Guide. It's short videos, like 1 minute, 1.5 minutes long. But there are older videos over here, but yeah, it's not aligned with the new process of MIH. So Mogenzi, what is it for? It's to make your life a little bit easier. And let's ask Mzansi AI the question, right? What is MIH for? What is MIH for? And let's see what Mzansi AI has to say. Oh my word, coming with long stories this evening. But let's have a listen quickly.
Hey there, waving hand. MIH stands for Mzansi Innovation Hub, and we're basically a super app designed to make life easier for everyone in South Africa. Think of us as your all-in-one companion for both personal and business stuff. Here's a quick rundown of what we're for. Mzansi Profile.
Shout out. Which design approach did you use to develop this super app? Okay, great question, great question. So in the beginning, Angry Rose, it was just hoping for the best. Shout out Demon Fox, welcome back. So in the beginning, it was just, we were just learning Flutter. We were just trying to build our first MVP. But then while creating things, we did understand a few extra, or we saw a few patterns emerging. So I'm not sure if I do understand your question correctly, but let's head over to our documentation. So I'm not sure, someone did ask about our tech stack, but here's our technology stack. So we are using Flutter as our front-end framework. And inside MIH, we have a concept of the MIH package. So everything on the screen right now is an MIH package, where you see an action button on the top right-hand corner, the title of this tool that you're on, and on the top right-hand corner of the screen is the different tools that you can swipe between. Let's take you to one where there's lots of tools. So you can see there's lots of tools over here, and you can click and swipe between them. So this is our design approach for MIH. So everything is compartmentalized into its own MIH package. If you have a look over here, it follows that design. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question, but this is what our design looks like. Action button, tool title, tools, tool body, and then menu. So this is every single package that you click on inside MIH looks like this. Even Mzansi AI, but Mzansi AI just has one tool and a back button. And yeah, About MIH has a back button, titles, and then lots of different tools out there. I see Demon Fox is asking a question over here. Got the animation for the loading screen done and as the artwork on the site. Shout out Demon Fox. When it's ready, let us know, then we can test it out. So I hope that answers your question about design approaches. But I don't think I really answered it. Let's ask Mzansi AI. What are different types? What are different types of design approaches? So, okay. Probably late 2028. Hectic, Demon Fox. Demon Fox is saying over here that his game should be done around 2027. Laugh my ass off. Or probably late 2028. Hectic. Don't worry, we'll still be around to check it out. So let's have a look at some different design approaches. So there's number one, user-centered design, UCD. Okay. Design thinking. So we know design thinking, but we didn't use design thinking for this. Minimalism, less is more. So I think the less is more is the one that we are looking at. So our approach when it comes to design is we make it functional first. And then thereafter, we can add more beautification or prettiness to the application. Instead of you spending most of your time on creating a UI, but then when you click on one of the buttons, nothing happens or nothing works. It's just a prototype in that case. So we are using minimalism. So we're getting our functionality. See, it is all about clarity and functionality. Think of a website and app with a lot of white spaces. So MIH. Not white spaces, but purple spaces today. So, and I get the main map. I got the main map done for the background image for the main game. I need options on it. Interesting. Let us know what the game is about. I don't think you've explained to us, Demon Fox, what the game is about. I think we saw the beginning. It looks like a adventure game, adventure RPG style kind of game. So let us know. Let us know. And Angry Rose, I hope I answered your question. So I think we are using minimalism in order to come to things. And once we use minimalism, then I use design thinking in order to put myself in the use of, or maybe even user-centered design. So the top three I'm using, I guess. So I use design thinking to understand what information I need, getting it down to the most bare minimum amount that is required for you. That's less, what is this word? That is more, so we checking what information do we really need from you to make your experience inside MIH a little bit smoother. Then we use minimalism to create this prototype for us. And then once we've achieved that, then we'll go over and see, okay, is it user-centered? Is it a user-centric approach when it comes to this? And a combination of these three is what we are using. Thank you so much for that question. Really teasing our brain out here this morning. So, okay, Demon Fox is explaining his game now. So his game is, it's going to be a clicker game. The intro says a little bit about the main game, named Alpha Kept. You're doing is to become stronger than him. Stronger than him, the character will be class evolutions. Okay. So it's an RPG clicker kind of game. An RPG clicker kind of game where the main goal of it is to defeat like the demon lord. If you watch animes and stuff, you need to defeat the demon lord. Okay. Shout out. So the story is about a guy who no one knew mysteriously came from somewhere, and he became, you know what, Demon Fox, I think this is a great idea, and it aligns with my favorite genre of anime, which is isekai. So I think watch a couple of isekai shows and you'll understand why. It aligns perfectly with what your game is about. So Angry Rose is saying, you definitely answered me. Shout out. Thank you so much. So Kuni Bitonga Lona. Yo, my brother, Uno. I'm not sure. I am learning isiZulu at the moment, but ngikwazi engani. So I'm going to ask Mzansi AI to translate. How's it going? Oh, all right, sharp. How's it going? What's it in Zulu? Hamaganjan. That's what it is. How's it going? So we're going good, Uno. We're going good. Shout out. And let me know if Mzansi AI was talking garbage to us in this translation, or is Mzansi AI speaking the truth? Let us know in the chat. But I need some feedback on map and intro for now to see if it's good. Okay, Demon Fox. So I think let's do it in tomorrow's. Let's do it in tomorrow's live. We'll go through your game in the beginning of the live. We'll go through your game and we'll see if the intro is working well and all of those kind of things. And also, as you know, Demon Fox, I use half of the screen when I'm sharing. And I think when I went to your game and I went to halfway, it didn't size well. Some information was cut off on the ends of the screen. So I'm not sure if you're able to fix that. So it can just be displayed a little bit better here in the live. If not, we can just make it full screen over here. So let's see. Reason why I asked is because my team and I are also building a super app called using the DDD approach. Shout out Angry Rose. Let us know. Plug yourself. What's your super app called? And what is the DDD approach? DDD approach. Let's make a new chat. What is the DDD design approach about? Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. No stress. If you can't get it working, it's fine. We'll make it full screen while we demoing. It's okay. I'll set up something on YouTube over here to accommodate for you. So let's have a listen to DDD approach.
Hey there, waving hand. Great question. DDD, or domain-driven design, is all about building software that closely reflects the real-world problem it's trying to solve. Think of it like this: instead of focusing on the technical stuff first, you start by deeply understanding the business domain, the specific area the software is for. Essentially, DDD helps you align tech with business, make sure the software directly addresses the business needs, improve communication, creates a shared understanding between developers and domain experts, the people who know the business inside and out, create maintainable code, results in a more organized and easier to understand code base. It involves concepts like entities, core objects in your domain, for example, a customer, and order value objects, immutable objects that represent characteristics, for example, an address, a date, domain services. Operations that don't naturally belong to an entity or value object, for example, calculating shipping costs, repositories, abstractions for accessing data. It can seem a bit complex at first, but it's a powerful approach for building sophisticated applications. Would you like me to elaborate on any of these concepts? Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Shout out Mzansi AI for that amazing explanation. I do have an understanding of this now, and it looks kind of complex, like what Mzansi AI was saying. It's a kind of complex approach, but I guess MIH inadvertently we did use this approach, but without knowing it. So yeah, it's more of a finance app. Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Is it in production at the moment? Is it live? Can we test it out? Can we plug you? Let us know. And then Bakara, shout out. He's saying, hey, what is your DB for this project? It's so fast. Is it Superbase or Flutter or what? So shout out, thank you. So here's the technology stack. Here's the technology stack over here. So we're not using Firebase and we're not using Superbase because here at MIH we do love free and open source technologies, and everything that we are using is open source. So if we have a look at the tech stack, so we are using Docker to orchestrate everything, and all of this what you're seeing now is hosted inside our own MIH server on premises. So it's not hosted on someone else's cloud service providers. It's hosted on our own, with our own machines and stuff. So we use, we have our reverse proxy server, which is how our server knows what to do with the request, like which container to push it through. Then we have Flutter for our front end, like I mentioned, to Aman. Then we have super tokens for authentication. Then what you're speaking about is our database, which is we have Fast API and MySQL, and also MinIO. So these are the three that's available. So these three are the main storage stuff, if I can call it that. So what we do is, here's it over here. So why is it so fast right now? We are using, what's it called? MVVM. I think it's MVVM. So it's model, view model, something like that. So where we have our MIH package, which is this. The MIH package calls our MIH services, which is our API calls, to our Fast API server and our database. And then from here, the package will update our provider, which pushes this information to our front end. So because we are using this approach, and we finally fixed state management inside our application, the application is moving super fast. Thank you so much for noticing. We do appreciate you. And I think where it also helps is our server that we are using. It's a normal computer, but it has server software on it. So it's a gaming computer. I think it has an i5, either an i5 or an i7, I'm not sure. But then it also has a graphics card, and it has, I think, 16 or 32 gigs of RAM. But remember, it's only dedicated to MIH. Unlike when you go to these cloud providers, they give you like a portion of a CPU and a portion of RAM and a portion of a graphics card. So that's why sometimes it's slow. But I think the main thing is we're not trying to grab as much or too much information at once. So that's why things are looking a lot fast. And I think it has something to do with Fast API also, how Fast API works and how quick it does things. This is a good approach. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Is the Ollama running on device or on the server? So no. So the Ollama is not running on your device. So it is running on the MIH server. So we are trying to figure out how to get the models on device in order to get that to you. But for now, it's running on the server, and I'll show you which one we are using for this. So let's head over to the About MIH package, and you'll see at the top of the screen, there's the star over there. So you can click on the star, and that will take you to our attribution sections. The attribution sections is basically all the free tools that we are using and giving shout outs to the different developers. What's happening? Oh my word. People on TikTok, are you still there? I'm coming back now. I'm coming back now. Oh my word. Oh my word. My phone is doing garbage. Am I still live on TikTok, everyone? You can just put yeses in the chat, W's in the chat, and we can check it out. But it looks like I be frozen over here. Yes, I'm still live. Thank you. Sorry, a notification popped up while I was touching the screen, and it took me to YouTube. But yes, like I was saying, our Olama, thank you so much, Bakara. Thank you so much, Bakara. So we are using Olama and also Docker to containerize an Olama server. So when we click on visit, it takes you to the Olama website. We can click on explore. And when you click on explore, the model that we are using is Gemma 3N. This one over here. So Gemma 3N is here. And it does have, so we are using the latest one, which is the E4 billion parameter model, which is about 7.5 gigabytes. And on our, or in our MIH server, we have a dedicated graphics card with 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And yeah, that's why Mzansi AI is a little bit fast also. So yeah, and we have the graphics card which runs LLM calculations, I guess, much quicker and much faster. So yeah, that's what we're using. Doesn't that huge model make the survey heavy? So no, not at all. So because we have the dedicated graphics card, and our graphics card is an NVIDIA graphics card, the graphics card or the LLM, so I'm trying to think, how can I explain it? So how it works, my experience of how it works is, it takes the entire model and puts this model inside RAM. If you have a dedicated graphics card, it puts it inside the VRAM. If you don't have a graphics card, it puts it inside the normal RAM. If you don't have space inside your normal RAM, it then pushes it into your hard drive, which makes it slower. So if it's in VRAM, it's super quick. If it's in normal RAM, it's kind of quick, but you're sharing space with other applications. And then when it's in normal hard disk, it's super slow. So that's how the things work. So I don't really make the server slow. As you can see with MIH, it's quite snappy. It's not so slow. And also another thing why it's snappy is Flutter is a client-side framework. It's not a server-side approach. It's a client-side approach, not a server-side approach. So a server-side approach is basically, let's see if we can draw it on thingy. Oh, I don't think let's ask Mzansi AI. Sorry, let's ask Mzansi AI. So a client-side approach is you have the entire application on your device, and a server-side approach is each screen that is rendered is a request to the server, and then it comes back to you, which is a whole lot of server requests and is going to bottleneck your server and all of those kind of things. So let's ask Mzansi AI, please explain the difference between a client-side app and a server-side app. Front end. Hey there, Mzansi AI here. Shout out for the plug. It's even giving us a table over here. Nice. So let's have a listen quickly.
Hey there, waving hand. Mzansi AI here, ready to break down the difference between client-side apps and server-side app frontends. Let's get into it. Think of it like ordering food. Client-side app, this is like the restaurant's menu and the dining area. It's what you see and interact with directly, the user interface, UI. It runs on your device, phone, tablet, computer. Examples include the website you visit or a mobile game server-side app frontend. This is like the kitchen and the chefs. It's the part that handles the behind-the-scenes work. It processes your requests, fetches data and sends it back to the client-side app to display. It runs on a server. Here's a more detailed break.
Yeah, so thank you so much. This is a brilliant analogy, Mzansi Air, when it comes to that. So like it was saying, a client-side application is like the dining area of a restaurant. So this is your UI that you interface with. Everything is available over there. So as soon as you come in, you have the whole experience of the dining area. But a server-side application is like you coming to a KFC, for example, right? And then they just come out there with the box to you. And then when you order something else, they go back, and then they come back with another box. So which is better? So great question. Which is better? Let's ask which is better. Is better. Right? So, great question. Great question. So, we won't let Mzansi AI speak because it's going to talk long stories over here for us. So, yeah. So let's look at the pros of the client-side application. Fast response time. So when you click on something, it's almost immediate response time because everything is housed on your device. It's housed on the client side. The offline access, so your application can be turned into an offline app because it's already sitting on the application itself. Rich user experience, I guess so. And reduce server load. So this was what I was speaking about. Is this AI live? 100% Hlati. So if you want to check out Mzansi AI and the MIH app, please feel free to download it on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, or use us on the web. Just search MIH or MIH app, and you'll find us there. So yeah, reduce server load. So on server side rendering, every time, like say for example, you click a button which needs to take you to, let me try the web version, shout out, but you'll have to create an account. Unfortunately, we haven't made it publicly accessible yet. But yeah, you can check it out. Search MIH app when you're checking it out on Google. So it reduces server loads, right? So instead of every time you click a button, like if this was a server-side application and we clicked on the back button, it would send a request to our server, and then our server will come back with the UI that's required from that back button. But with Flutter, everything is already housed on your device, so it's not giving a call somewhere else. It's just immediately coming up using APIs. Yeah, we are using some APIs. And then the only downside I can tell you now, I'm not going to read the cons of it. The only downside of our client-side application is that if it's a web app, the first time you're loading up the application takes quite some time, or if there's an update to the application, because remember, it has to download the entire application again on the client side in order to for you to have the new version. But server-side application, let's see, centralized data, it stores and manages everything on the server. Okay, security, more secure as sensitive data is stored on the server. Okay, I disagree with that, but okay. Easy updates. Okay, this is a one thing. So you would just update your UI on the server, and then when the client does something, they'll get the new version. Instead of like Flutter, there are ways of doing this with Flutter, but with the client-side application, they would have to like re-download the application instead of it being like real-time changes. Then scalability handles a huge number of users and requests. Okay, I guess so, but we're talking about front ends, but okay. Slow response time, hectic. Requires internet connection, always hectic. High server costs, okay. In short, choose a client-side application if you need a fast, responsive, and offline capable experience. Choose a server-side application, front end, if you need a secure, scalable, and easily updatable application. It takes too long, yeah, but there's something called WASM. Okay, yeah, I know of WebAssembly. So I think Flutter uses WebAssembly. Let's ask, does Flutter use WASM? I'm almost positive Flutter uses WebAssembly when you're building your web build of your application. So short answer is no, it doesn't directly use WebAssembly for its core functionality for mobile and desktop applications. So I know it does use it for the web. Yeah, there's it over there. So when you're building your web application, it builds it in WebAssembly. Flutter for web, the difference. Yeah, I am almost positive because I see it here when I'm debugging and stuff. I'm always seeing it over there. So yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference between client side and server side. Yeah, interesting. But once again, Bakra, we're gonna have to see how we scale. So far so good. We do have 1,000 and some change users. Let's go here. We have 1,000 and some change users. 1,114 users. Shout out. So, and we haven't been experiencing any issues on our side, like scaling issues, or what's the correct word? What's the correct word for these kind of issues? I'm not sure. I joined recently. Yes, you're the 1,114th person that joined the MIH community. Server overload. Yeah, like a server overload or something like that. So yeah, so far so good. But we'll see once we get into the millions of users and the billions of users and stuff. We'll see how things go. But my vision is to, when this happens, we are going to expand the MIH server. So when we first started off MIH, we were running, our server was just a very old laptop that we used during varsity. And that laptop, we put Ubuntu OS and all of the things. It had an i7, but an old i7, and it had 8 gigs of RAM and a broken graphics card. How often do you work? It's almost December. My brother, we work daily over here. We work daily over here. How often do you work, Prince? Let us know. Let us know. Shout out. So yeah, we were creating it was running on an old laptop. And it was working perfectly fine, but the only issues that we were having was because the laptop was old, we could see that things were working a bit slow. When we first started up the server, it took like a very long time, and I was scared that every time like there was load shedding and the laptop dies, when I switch it back on, it's going to be corrupt data or something. So yeah, we did migrate over to a new server, the new MIH server that has a graphics card. So our vision is one day when we reach the millions, we will be able to migrate over to like bigger servers. So expand our MIH server to something greater. So yeah, perfect, cool. Thank you so much. Lively chat this evening. Lively chat. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the MIH live. We appreciate each and every one of you. Cool. So, firstly, thank you so much for joining, participating, watching, liking, chatting, all those nice things. We appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you just sat and watched in the background, we like you too. If you like the MIH lives, we do go live Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. And we are live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. We are live YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. And let me answer these chats quickly. Well, the AI has history in the conversation. So it kind of has history, right? Bakra, it kind of has history. So when you just click the back button, it doesn't clear everything. It just takes you back in. But if you were to close MIH completely and open it up again, you won't have that history anymore. So it's not a real history. It's just keeping your chat alive. That's what we're doing, keeping that one chat alive. So you can't go back to previous chats. But thank you so much. It's something new that we've implemented. And then Prince, 5 days a week. Your customers were stressing me with Cloudflare clashes. This is why we host MIH on premises. Did you notice that MIH wasn't complaining about the Cloudflare issues? That's because MIH is just like Google. So yeah, we're hosting our own things over here. So we're not really affected by any of these companies, whether it's AWS, whether it's Azure, whether it's Google, whether it's Cloudflare. If all of them were to go down tomorrow, MIH will still be up here for you. So it means it remembers my past questions in the conversation. Yeah, but it doesn't. If you were to clear the chat and ask it, it won't remember it. It shouldn't remember it unless there's some emergent behavior happening with Mzansi AI. But cool, yes, if you like the lives, please feel free to join us at 7 p.m. Monday to Thursday. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. If you like the mobile experience, head over to YouTube. If you like a TV experience, head over to Twitch. We are sharing our screens over there, so it's going to be a much better experience than the one on TikTok, where I'm just using my camera to show you things. If you like what we are working on, which is the MIH app, please feel free to download it. It is available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Just search MIH or MIH app and we'll appear at the top of the list. If you'd like to support us, make sure to follow, subscribe, like, watch our videos, repost our videos, share with your family members, share MIH with your family members. That can be done under the About MIH section. And yeah, and how you can support us even further than that, what you can do is you can become a premium member of Mzansi. By becoming a premium member of Mzansi, what that unlocks for you is early access to the latest version of MIH. It also unlocks private Discord server access. It unlocks monthly live hangouts and shout outs after the lives. So yes, if you like that, you can subscribe on TikTok. All you have to do is follow us first and then head over to our profile. Over there you'll see a subscribe button. You can click on that to subscribe. If you want to go the Patreon approach, which is the other way that you can do it, you can either go directly through to Patreon and search for Mzansi Innovation Hub, or you can head over to the About MIH package inside the MIH app and look for the Support Our Journey button under the About MIH section. That'll navigate you there. You can unlock things from there. Cool. I see there's one more question. This is the last question that we're going to take before we end the live. How long did this app take to build? So MIH is currently a year and a half years old. So that's kind of a hard question. So when was the first MVP? So the first MVP that was live and available for us was like last year, September, I think. And slowly but surely we started building up on top of that. But yeah, we started MIH June 2024, middle of June 2024. And this is how far we got so far. And we are improving every single day, every single month, every single live. We are improving MIH. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Cool. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the MIH live this evening. We hope to see you here in tomorrow's live. And let's keep working hard, Mzansi.